Trash Bin Talk. Hello, everybody. My name is Raccoon Bro VA. Welcome back to another episode of Trash Bin Talk. Fuck Dave Chappelle. And are you guys ready to talk about some characters?
Yeah.
The Dave
You're not getting
Chappelle
that ad
mention.
revenue with that fuck.
Yep, I'm keeping it in. I don't care.
What did he do this time?
It's we could get into that later. So
Yeah, just talk about it.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, so, as you guys know, Champions Island had a very big splash in the community. Instead of doing a normal tournament bracket of different matchups, they decided to do something way more ambitious this time and pull a Survivor Total Drama Island on us and make this is way more like participation than previous ideas of the same ilk.
Already did 5 seasons of a Total Drama Island ripoff.
Yeah, I was about to say, actually, it's Total Drama Battle.
Official Death Battle Discourse, stop stealing from Death Battle Judgment Challenge.
We literally had a court case challenge in season 3.
That's crazy.
Your Honor, he copied my whole flow.
That was a part of the initial batch for Champions Island.
It's like, hey, if they're like, if the fans can do it, so can we. And we love to see that. We love to see inspiration taken.
At least this time, they're not doing real people, so feelings can't get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the very least, I do respect them for trying such an ambitious way to basically decide upon a matchup, because it would have been just very easy, just copy and paste Tournament of Champions again, just do another ballot, pick matchups, people vote, and then whoever wins, and that becomes an episode.
Yeah.
But no, this time they're actually they're thinking up of creative ways to have the entire community get together and be yeah, let's find out which character we want to see on Death Battle.
It's crazy.
I honestly massively prefer this approach to the Tournament of Champions, because that one is just, okay, you're putting literally 32 matchups that have a very high chance of just not happening in the next season and are going to be off the table for a while. But then again, they also have to backtrack that and say, hey, just because it lost in the Tournament of Champions doesn't mean we're not going to make it an episode of the following season. And it's well, then what was the fucking point? And
Kratos versus Asura happening before Tom versus Wily.
Yeah, exactly.
And Hulk versus Godzilla happening.
Was gonna happen, and what do you know? It did.
And Hulk versus Godzilla happening way earlier than a bunch of others. Which, hey, we're happy about it because that was a great episode. But still, this I think takes that controversial quote unquote nature out of it, and
especially since when it comes to yeah, sorry. When it comes to just Death Battle, or just even characters that are requested for Death Battle, there always is that debate about okay, well, we want X character on Death Battle, but if character has just a wide matchup spread that every matchup has its own fans, it's there's always that bittersweet feeling for some people where it's oh cool, we got this character, but he's in a matchup that, but they're in a matchup that I might not like. But with this approach, this is okay, we're only looking at characters, and then once all said and done, once we have that one character, then we have the people decide upon what their matchup is going to be. I like that approach more than just we're just going to pick one random matchup this character has, and then that's it.
And there are quite a few characters on this list who have a very wide matchup spread. So, going straight to the fans and, leaving it in their hands who they're gonna, be ultimately pit against is a really cool idea. And I think it's a great way to, hear the voices of the people that tune in the most and, getting their perspective on things.
I would like to say rest in peace to anybody else's submissions. Cortex for me. I know.
Tommy Oliver for me.
Death the Kid, you will rise again.
Death the Kid.
And only because I was commissioned to make a promo video for this character, Maleficent.
Oh wow!
For Wagon Works.
Nice.
I will say though, I have low key been sold on Aku versus Hades as a matchup idea. I kind of want to talk about that on Trash Picks Talk in the future.
It does sound like a fun matchup. Yeah, even as someone who has very minimal experience with Hercules and Samurai Jack.
But talking about the characters who did make it on, we decided for this one, since in the spirit of competition, we're all going to be forming our own little islands here. So now, obviously, because I own the channel, I'll be putting myself on top as is customary.
That's rigged. Buy it.
And then put me second. And then put me in
wouldn't be
second
the
because
first
this was
time
my
you-
idea.
Okay, all
It wouldn't be
right.
the first time you were accused of plot armor in a total drama thing.
Oh well, a lot of
Oh,
people
yeah.
don't know about that. That's an inside joke.
Yep.
Yep. Those who know
I
know.
don't know about that.
Yeah, I was given the most overpowered ability, and I didn't even know it.
It was an oversight on our part.
I was able
You
because
have
everybody
the
had their
most
own like
broken
cheats.
perk of everyone.
Everyone had their own like cheat codes essentially, and my cheat code was to copy anyone else's cheat code.
You didn't know.
Wow.
what cheat codes-
Wow.
You didn't know
Wow.
what their cheat codes were until they were eliminated.
And I was essentially immune
you
for
saved it up
3
until
weeks
the
in a
last
row.
hour.
Wow.
And of course, I got eliminated the second my cheat codes were up. But it was a fun run while it lasted.
It was.
All right, I'll say Jonathan second because I'm going by splinter logic because you said it first.
Yep.
and
Well, then I should be third then because I then helped tweak the rules for this that Jonathan suggested.
and you know,
Yeah,
hey,
B
hey, you
for
know, B for
Behemoth.
Behemoth. There you
B
go.
for Behemoth.
Yeah.
Yep.
C for Croat.
Yeah, sure.
Lucas, can
We'll
you
do
zoom
it.
in? Can
We'll
you
do
zoom in real fast?
Yeah, I can
I'll
make
take
it.
the next one because it's green.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Is that better?
Flip
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
switch.
Woo.
Wait, it's also D, so
Flip
flip
D. There you
switch.
go.
Flip D.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
that's-
sir.
yeah.
Oh.
Yippers.
Lot of favorites today. Oh, whoops. That was a
Oh.
misclick. All right. Add row.
Don't put me below
2,
Flip.
3.
I do that.
All right, and now we'll just go ahead and make that.
Some more color.
Yeah,
Yes,
get
sir.
some variety going on in here. We're showing you guys all the behind the scenes here. How do you like that?
And before
Yeah,
people
yeah,
still view
guys,
this as a ranking anyway.
For those watching right now,
Yeah.
there is no script.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
we're just
just-
going.
we're just-
We're just free
We're just free.
balling it.
Only for the chaos of it all.
all right.
Yes. I love chaos.
I'll take blue.
Sounds good.
I
wait,
guess I'll get
Big ol' storm of chaos.
Sorry, who said blue?
In a word.
Yeah.
the danger.
Gotcha.
Danger did.
Dangerman.
I'll take it next.
Alrighty.
Highway to the
I get purple.
Man. And then Zeostorm rounding us off.
Are we gonna
Yes,
have
sir.
we're gonna have an extra tier at the bottom?
I'm gonna change the dictionary for us. What would the extra tier be for?
For the characters that didn't make it.
Well,
To
so here's how we're gonna do it, everyone. We're going to be doing our teams in like 2x2s, and with the first two being who we want to root for that is in the competition, and the other two being the ones that got voted off early as just like honorary members. And I think by
Okay.
just keeping it to 8 rows, it'll make this tier list look a little prettier, a little bit more succinct.
Yeah.
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 And
I'm
We
with
gotta
that.
go who we called for dibs.
yes, going into this, yeah, we did all call characters that we wanted. So, I'm sure you guys the audience would probably be able to guess this, but by now I am at that predictable. Yes, Henry
Yes.
Stickmin is my dib. I mean,
I really
I-
thought you would go Slenderman.
well, I mean, you gotta consider the fact that Henry Stickmin is one of the only characters I've ever made a hype trailer for. Him and Sarge versus Soldier. So it's like, I feel like it would be pretty dirty of me not to immediately go for him, especially like seeing him come this far and representing Inner Sloth and how far that company has come with their other endeavors, like moving on up in the world. Henry Stickmin is where it all started, so having him on the
Yeah.
show would be a really great way to show off that sort of experience and the history that franchise has had on the internet. And yeah, like if they actually got Inner Sloth in on it, like having him provide voice lines, custom voice lines for the episode, that would be so hype.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, it
Sloth-
helps that
Inner Sloth, I
everyone just
remember,
loves
like,
them.
yeah, and Inner Sloth, they did shout out Death Battle when they were doing a Fall Guys vs Among Us. So.
Yeah, even they
Yeah.
knew that Among
Yeah.
Us didn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
And so yeah, Henry, that was an obvious one. And moving on to Jonathan.
Okay, so the character I called dibs on didn't make it to the second round. So like, do I gotta pick them? Do I gotta go with them first, or do I gotta pick someone that did make it?
I'll leave that up to you. To be fair, I don't think anyone else is gonna call dibs on the person that you call dibs on.
Yeah, no.
Fair. Yeah,
You're all
I picked
good.
Mayel from Expedition 33,
Yeah.
and I know she didn't make it, but on the one hand, I do gotta call out the death battle community real quick because like Expedition 33, possible Game of the Year contender, one of like for 2025, and as someone who's been playing it recently, straight up one of the best RPGs ever made. Despite the fact that I'm still in the first act, I already see the vision. And also, just one of the biggest releases of the year in general. This game alone sold like literally more than half of like 4.5 million units, which is like from what we know so far, which is no joke, more than half of the units sold in the entire Danganronpa franchise. And yet somehow this community pulled another fucking Sauron, and it was like, who the fuck is this character? I was like, I mean, I guess unlike with, like, I guess it's like, you could argue it's more excusable than Sauron because it's like they know the name Expedition 33, but they don't know any of the characters, but like, people were still but like, there were at least some people who were still saying that anyway, and like, with all due respect, Death Battle community, how the fuck did you people not know about Expedition 33, yet you know what a Rimuru Tempest is?
Okay, I'd like to,
be honest.
Okay.
I will say this. I do regret not pulling for male because that would have been a good shot at bringing Will from Metaphor Refantasio in. But yeah, in hindsight, I'll just say I didn't play the game. I know it exists. I know that it's been critically acclaimed, but like, I will say critical acclaim is not necessarily why I buy and play video games.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand that. For the record, I'm not upset because people didn't know that. Because, again, this could just very easily be a case where, like, they know Expedition 33, but don't really know any of the characters in it. But rather, I'm upset because when Death Battle did the Broken Hearts thing, nearly Male's Broken Hearts nearly matched the amount of hearts. That was what upset me.
I think we can all agree that
another character.
There's a reason the Broken Hearts was like immediately ditched.
It overshadowed the amount of hearts.
It was kind of a bad idea on Death Battle's part to include that, and they knew it.
Honestly, thank God this character didn't get last because.
Oh yeah, don't worry.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure like I'm pretty sure Sam probably played a role in it because he was actively like encouraging people, vote for Mayel, don't put her in last, people, and thankfully she did. She got like 4th to last, but that's still like better than I thought.
That's
but,
still
like,
around near last.
We lose by one less.
But on the other hand, I bet that even if people knew who she was, I'm not that surprised that she didn't make it because like she's a 2025 character. And her matchups don't have like a full-on grasp of it yet. Like there are only a few of them, but I will say, like I said, Expedition is one of the best games I've ever played. Like it may take over DK Bonanza for my game of the year. Yeah. Like just straight up. And again, I'm not even that far into it. I'm still in the first act, but I already see the vision, and like I'm getting to know Mayel. She is a great character, and like I do have the list of matchups that she has, but I am consciously ignoring the connections to avoid spoilers.
Well, I want to defend myself for a second, because so for those who don't know, follow my Instagram, Jonathan and I met up in person for a little bit because I went to Chicago for a brief vacation, and the characters in Champions Island got announced while we were having dinner, and so I straight up said, "Who's Mayel?" And I got so much guff from you for not knowing what Expedition 33 is. And
okay,
look, I don't keep up with current games that much. All right, the most recent game I got was Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and that's just because I want to play it with people. And I've been enjoying.
Yeah, that was after we met up.
I've been enjoying that a lot, by the way. It's great.
Oh yeah, one of the best racing games of all time. Better than the entire Mario Kart franchise. Wait, who said that?
Oh shit! And also in Reamer's defense as well, I got reincarnated as a slime is a pretty popular anime, and it has been around for longer.
A pretty popular one.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, it kind of gets into like this whole like question about like, okay, well then, what determines which is more iconic? Which determines what's more relevant? It's one of those things where it's like it's kind of hard to like really like put that on Mael.
Not everything can like reach K-pop Demon Hunters level of iconography like overnight.
Yeah.
Popularity and iconography varies from person to person, so you can't just like expect an entire community to like know what something is.
I get that, and also just to be clear, this is not slander towards reincarnated as a slime. Like, I'm not trying to say that like it sucks or anything. It's just that I didn't know what it was until the Death Battle community brought it up to me, and this was one of those instances where I've known about Expedition 3 before it started gaining traction in Death Battle.
Personally, I'm more surprised that the Toho Project lady made it through, because Toho Project seems like way more niche than everything else on here.
Oh, it's 100% more niche. It's just
that shit.
It's just that fan base is passionate as fuck.
I will be very, very surprised if she ends up winning the whole thing.
Imagine.
Imagine.
Sakuya versus Dio, run back. Let's go. 1 minute melee remake.
Let's go.
Yippee.
We
Okay.
had 1 minute melee, and that was enough.
And we got a Brandon Yates track for it.
Oh yeah. Well,
I will say that track very good.
So Jonathan,
and I also love the album art.
Nice. So Jonathan, are you cool with us moving on to the next one, or do you want to call dibs on a character that did make it into the top 16?
I want to call dibs on Hatsune Miku.
Give me Hatsune Miku. All right.
Hey.
Alrighty.
Were any of you guys gonna pick Hatsune Miku over me?
Yes.
Maybe, but
not really.
Well, you guys should have called
Then
dibs.
why was I? Okay.
You guys should have called dibs right away.
I'm not really that obsessed with
I
her.
was trying to play the game. God damn it.
I got Hatsune. I unlocked Hatsune Miku
really-
right away in Sonic Racing, and I was like, oh my god, Hatsune Miku in my game?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, she's
I was
immediate
literally,
freebie.
right before this, I was doing time trials and cross worlds with Hatsune Miku only.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I think Hatsune is a pretty big favorite to win the whole thing. If we're being honest.
Oh yeah.
I think Barbie versus Hatsune Miku like had some of the best reactions like in the comment section like for that Trash Picks talk. Like it's pretty clear people really want to see her on the show, and you saw how much we popped off at just her being mentioned in Godzilla's analysis. So imagine her getting an entire segment. And just the comedic potential is crazy.
When the initial voting opened up for Champions Island, and like the initial for the 32 characters, everyone was expecting like, oh yeah, Springtrap will lead the entire thing. No, Miku overtook everyone.
Yeah, she won overall hearts, didn't she?
Yeah, pretty sure she did.
Yeah.
She didn't get
drafted my Champions Island like a fantasy football draft.
She may not have gotten the well. Then why didn't she pick Springtrap, boy? But the gold.
I don't care because like I'm just not that interested in FNAF.
We all thought it would.
Yeah, Springtrap ultimately got the golden heart. But still, that doesn't overtake how popular, like insane, that Hatsune Miku's standing was. Who got the other golden heart? Was it Constantine?
It was
Kamen Rider Geese.
It was Kamen Rider Geese.
Ah, yes. We'll talk about that character in a little bit, but so Hatsune Miku, very, very good pick. I'm looking forward to seeing how she does, and I'm definitely predicting her getting in the top 5 or top 3, unless some crazy alliance happens to vote her off early. You know?
And thank you for giving me the chance to call dips on a second character early.
If they vote off, if Miku gets voted off early, there's going to be blood in the water. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, hey, somebody. Look, he picked Mael, so I figured, he deserves something for the sacrifice.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
All right, Behemoth, your turn.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so my character that I called dibs on before this was our good cherry-chasing dot muncher that seems to end up in a bunch of other games except his, Pac-Man.
Yeah. He's not even part of this franchise, and he's still getting a chance in it.
Not
Not part of the Death Battle franchise.
I think Pac-Man speaks for itself. Our first ever episode of Trash Pick Talks was Luigi versus Pac-Man, but like even just ignoring like his matchup spread, Pac-Man, I mean, what else can be said about him? He is the grandfather of video games. He helped pioneer the genre into what it is today. There's so much like just untapped potential that could be brought up, or just untapped anything that could be brought up when it comes to bringing Pac-Man onto the show between, well, I don't know, comics, but cartoons, games, like a bunch of other, like maybe like just one-off material. Like Pac-Man, like it speaks for itself. There's just so much to talk about this character that like he's absolutely my front runner for like if he wins, I would be super happy.
I would argue he's probably the most iconic character in the whole island, if we're talking just like from the Western standpoint, and like the impact they've had on pop culture as well. Like everyone and their mother knows who Pac-Man is. All you have to do, even when you take like a couple slices of pizza off of a whole thing, people are like, "Oh, hey, that looks like Pac-Man."
I'm gonna tell my kids that was the Among Us imposter.
Yeah. Honestly, Pac-Man was the Among Us guy before Among Us. It was like, stop talking about Pac-Man. Stop talking about Puck-Man.
I'm tired of saying it.
And
I'm tired of it.
Yeah, so it'll be very, very cool to see it. I do really love the idea of it starting out in sprites, and then when they get like knocked out of the arcade cabinet, it like transitions into 3D graphics to like show off his history in the video game landscape. And I mean, hey, they even did a Pac World remake recently, and they even brought back Pac-Man's voice actor. We love to see shit like that.
Yes.
Oh, it did? It did?
Yeah, that's the original guy.
It was it'll remake a Pac World 2, which I would assume Pac World 3 is probably going to happen sometime in the future. But yeah, they brought back his original voice actor from Pac World 2 and 3.
I think his name is
and
Matthew.
Honestly, I think if anything,
he had one in the original Pac-Man.
No, it was just 3.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just 3 then. Okay, well then, point is that like I think that alone is
Martin T. Sherman. That's his name.
Yeah, that's his name. That's proof enough for me that if Pac-Man gets on Death Battle, he needs to have that voice. He needs to have just like the voice of like a guy who does like your taxes. Dude. I love it so much.
Pac-Man sounded like well, he should like no voices like when they're in sprites, but then when they go into the 3D graphics, they're like, talk about an upgrade.
Yes.
There's just something so honest about Pac-Man just sounding like the most normal guy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, half of his name is just man.
Man.
Don't ask what the Pac stands for.
And even in the Pac-Man cartoon, he was just like a typical like middle-class father.
Oh yeah.
Like he had a wife, kid, and dog.
I don't like what they did with him in the Ghostly Adventures voice.
But we don't talk about that.
No disrespect to the voice actress, obviously, but not for me.
Pac is back, ghost jumping at his feet back.
What were you saying? Flip, what were you saying? Shut the fuck up. What were you saying, Flip?
I was just saying, we also apparently don't talk about what they did to Miss Pac-Man.
Oh wow, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. For those who are unaware, Miss Pac-Man was a creation by Midway in Midway Games as a collaboration with Bandai Namco. But obviously Midway, that company went bankrupt and its assets got devolved into WB Games, and so like now there's like this big legal thing where it's like Bandai Namco doesn't technically own the rights to Miss Pac-Man, so when it came to the Pac World remakes, they had to create a new love interest for Pac-Man, I think called Pac-Wife or Pac-Mom or something like that.
Pac-Mom.
Pac-Mom.
Yeah.
Wait, Pac-Man's a MILF hunter now?
What?
And,
oh my God.
In Pac World 3, she's just called Miss Pac-Man.
Miss Pac.
Man. I was about to make a joke, but I'll save it for later. But no, it's I don't know. I like how it's they got all these like high-profile voice actors in the remake, like Alejandro Saab, Xander Mobus, and Damon Mills, Keith Silverstein, and Martin.
Really?
They still got Martin there, and I love that. I love the loyalty there.
Very nice.
I mean, it goes to show that like no matter what, I think anybody and everybody can just appreciate Pac-Man for what he is, and while I don't think he probably like being real, I don't think he will be the winner of Champions Island. I feel like he will probably get overtaken by other characters, but like even if he just gets like halfway through, I'll be satisfied with that because
he'll be on the map, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
How many man jokes are we gonna make because we have like 2 or 3 other characters in this?
A lot.
Well, we'll figure it out as we go. Steve, tell us about your dib.
So, I made it's not really strategic at all. She ain't gonna win, but I love her. Give me free reign.
Yeah. You had an
Let's
original dip
go.
before that. Would you like me to go ahead and give that to you as well?
Yeah, just give me my boy. Give me my boy too.
Hang on.
Look, no.
Fair.
Look, no one here is taking these two away from me. Let's keep it real.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Croat, I heard you are going to make a slander campaign against Freerun.
Oh no, the campaign's starting right now. So
Okay, continue.
I truly love. I want everyone to know this before I start talking about it. I truly do love Freerun. I am fully caught up on the manga. It is such an amazing story. I love the character Freerun. I just love so much about her. What I love most about her is the one thing she has over everyone else, because she don't got no feats or stats to beat anybody. It's good writing. That's all she got.
Yeah.
She is such a fucking well-written character. I love how she's portrayed in the anime and the manga. It's just great. There's one problem with her, though. She got nothing.
Yeah. Great. Those are some great connections and themes. Where's the dynamic?
Where's the dynamic? Where are the stats? Where are the stats?
Yeah, she replaced that with Aura, which unfortunately can only take you so far in Death Battle.
Yeah.
Ruby, for example.
She literally killed a person called Aura in her series, so you know.
Aura, kill yourself.
I think that should go. I think that should mean something.
She killed Corey. Oh my god.
That moment where she told Aura to kill herself is non-standard.
It's not.
It's not standard. No, it was because Aura had scales where it's like, if my magic is stronger, then I can command you to do shit. If I have more magic than you, I can command you to do shit. And Freerun goes, bet, shows off all of her magic, and because she overpowered Aura's scales, tells Aura to kill herself.
Yeah, so she Una reversed Aura's hacks, essentially.
Yeah, she did, because she happened to have...
Una reversed the hacks that was farmed by Aura.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the best feat in this series, Golden Land, you can't really scale anybody to it, because it's been a long time since I've read that. By the way, fantastic. I can't wait for season 2 to animate Golden Land. That's a fantastic fucking arc. But you can't really scale characters to it, especially because Freerun doesn't defeat the guy who made Golden Land.
Oops.
Someone else does.
Uh-oh.
There is an argument that Freerun should be hella stronger after it's revealed how strong the Demon King is, but most likely, Himmel is the one who defeated the Demon King, not Freerun.
We'll call it a team effort, so she'll get 1/4.
Yeah, she'll get 1/4 at worst, 1/2 at best.
It'll be like he's at universal level, but Freerun only got 1/4 of that, and Boomstick will be like, hey, Wiz, what's 1/4 of universal? Fucking versal.
Oh my gosh.
She should be comfortably right now at her highest city block, and that's it.
Wow.
Well, hey,
I thought she was at least town. I guess not.
Well, luckily for us,
because she can't. Well, maybe there is a recent feat that I remembered where she blew up a giant floating rock, but I don't know how big said rock was because this was before the blog against Hohenheim. So I don't know if that puts her actually at town.
Well, the blog happened like 2 years ago, so...
Well, a couple lucky things.
And also Freerun releases chapters on hiatus all the fucking time.
Yeah, a couple lucky things going for Freerun right now. The manga is still going, and so that means that there's a lot of potential for where the story could still go. And the other, and this is even more crucial, there is no fucking way she's winning this thing.
Yeah. She's not going to win it, but I wanted to be clear. Freerun is still probably she's my second favorite character in this entire fucking thing.
I'm just glad that she made it to begin with, because it was a very tight race between her and, I believe, Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, it was between Edward Elric and Phoenix Wright.
Really?
But neither of them made it.
Yeah.
I think at the very least, I'm glad that Freerun is getting this attention, because even though I've only seen like the first season of the anime for Freerun, I can easily attest like what Steve's saying is 100% true. Like just the story and characters of Freerun are just so strong, they're so well done that it's like I don't care if like Freerun loses all her matchups. I would just love to hear Death Battle cover this stuff because it's just so like it's so heartbreaking, but also so like profound. Like,
it's got a sense of hope to it as well.
Yeah, it's such a good series.
There is a moment in the manga. I'm not going to say when because I don't know if it's getting animated in season 2, but it like completely explains how Frieren currently views Himmel, and it just breaks my heart, man.
Aww.
It really does.
Yeah. So yeah, that's. I would definitely prefer for her story to be complete before she gets on Death Battle because I think it would lead to a much stronger segment, being able to round off the way her journey ends. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't need to check the situation.
Because her show is called Beyond Journey's End.
Yeah. Am I allowed to talk a bit about Edward now?
Well, yeah, we're not going to talk about him later, so we should do it now.
All right. Yeah. So the reason why I'm claiming Edward Elric, Full Metal Alchemist is my favorite manga anime of all time. Let's just keep it real. I was always getting him. I love Edward. I love his story. I love how his story, at the end of the day, he always stuck true to his morals. He never took a shortcut. All of his problems were his own, which is why he ends the story the way. I love Edward. He's such a great MC. I'm kind of glad he's not on the island because I fucking hated him on Death Battle.
Yeah.
I don't want him back.
It kind of sucks that, yeah, for as great of a series Full Metal Alchemist is, the one and only episode it has to its name on Death Battle is not only the worst of its season, but also just like one of the worst.
Listen,
but it's also like
we made a bit. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'll let you finish.
I don't like viewing. One of the main things I really like about Edward is that how much of a pacifist he is and how much he won't like go against that shit. Like, because the Philosopher's Stones, once he learns that they're like, human souls trapped in a stone, he's like, I'm never using one. And then at the end of the story where he's trying to get, spoiler alerts if you haven't seen Peak, by the way, when he's trying to get Al back after Al sacrificed himself, Hohenheim comes up, it's like, use my soul and all the souls in my body. And Edward's like, no, fuck you. This is my problem. I'm going to fix my problem. Which leads to him giving up his alchemy in order to save Al. That story is so fucking good. Putting that on Death Battle is just like, I don't know. It's just weird to me.
I get it. That's how I feel about Madoka from Madoka Magica being on Death Battle. It just, the vibes just don't quite hit.
Like, I accept that they'll probably bring him back because the fans want it. But it's just, to me, what I love about Ed is the fact that when he was given 2 options, he would always take the third. So if it's like kill or be, if he was in a situation of like kill or be killed, naturally he wouldn't kill.
What I think that could also be part of the reason.
Not fitting.
Hold on, I gotta call real quick.
Oh yeah, because that could also be part of the reason why Aang versus Edward is so beloathed, because Aang is basically exactly like that. If they're choosing between 2 options, he will go with the third one. And so when you put 2 characters just like that together, and you have to kind of character assassinate one of them in order to make the fight actually happen, yeah, no wonder people hated it. And
you left me no choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God.
We have talked about this before. Well, but you guys can expect that segment in the season 6 review for Nate to be very salty, and Steve does have a cameo. He does have a cameo. And,
nice.
Anyways, I will say, to play devil's advocate, like, real quick, why I'm not as against an Edward Elric run back as the rest of y'all seem to be. Like, while I do obviously empathize with why you don't want to see Ed return, I do also think that between the 2, like, Elric brothers, Ed and Al, like, I do think Ed is at least the most likely to make a move. Like,
yes.
So, like, and I do think it's possible to come up with a sufficient, if not cheap, way to believably put him in a fight to the death. I draw the line at Alphonse, however.
I hate Alphonse versus Nezuko.
Alright, I just come back to see Jonathan hating on Alphonse being on Death Battle. I completely agree 100%. Keep Alphonse. Keep Alphonse precious ass away from this fucking show.
Alphonse versus Nezuko, I'm fine with that as a rap battle, but don't make it a death battle.
Not even as a rap battle, because why is Al spitting insults towards a little girl? I don't like that idea.
Because, you can make it work. Yeah. In rap battles, you suspend your disbelief a little.
Rap battles are fine. Deaths,
With rap battles, you have to suspend your disbelief because it's an inherently very corny genre of music, so you just have to accept that.
Yeah.
And like obviously the ones that go the extra mile to make the characters more believable, as well as using villain characters that are able to be more venomous with their bars in a more believable way. Like those tend to be the more popular ones anyway. But either way, like it's more acceptable than the death battle environment. Which, by the way, I'm still personally pulling for Roy Mustang versus Levi Ackerman, but that's neither here nor there. Because he's not here, so we're not talking about that. We'll save it for trash picks talk.
Yeah, there are good Full Metal Alchemist matchups. I just don't like any with Ed.
We do need another Full Metal episode at some point.
We desperately need a
Mother versus Bellows, save us.
Just do Hurricane Bradley versus Solidus, and then we'll call it even.
Yeah.
If Edward does go up, I want him to fight Jonathan Joestar. Not Jonathan. What the hell?
You mean Joseph?
Joseph Joestar.
Jonathan, you're gonna be on Death Battle. Are you looking forward to that?
Again?
Not again.
I think if anything though, that's like kind of like I would say that's probably my reason as to why I'm like skeptical about Ed on Death Battle. Not because of like his pacifistic nature, because I do think with episodes like Rick vs. the Doctor, I think at this point now they've proven that they can handle characters who are pacifists in like a in a respectful way, in a creative and respectful way. I think more so my problem with Ed coming back is that like I just don't like any of his matchups, unfortunately.
Yeah. Me personally,
to be fair, I do like real quick. I hate to play an actually, but technically the Doctor is not a full-on pacifist. He just simply uses violence as a last resort. But he will use it if he feels in kill or be killed scenarios.
Yeah, there are levels of nuance to it that they've gotten better at. And even the most recent episode, Ruby versus Maka, there were a lot of conversations of like keeping them as in character as possible. And it's that to me is proof enough that they've shown a lot of growth when it comes to that. And for as much guff as we give Kratos versus Asura, I get what they were going for. It just a lot got lost in translation, but I get what they were going for with that episode. And
absolutely.
Yeah. And so if they do Ed at some point in the future, I'll be open-minded to it. I'm open-minded to Aang versus Traveler as well, since I mean, let's be real. There's nothing we can do at this point. It's happening because it was a Kickstarter episode.
It was a Kickstarter.
So they're contractually obligated to do it now. So I will accept that. I'm still just kind of mad that they're not going to be able to cover the movie that's coming up. But again, that's neither here nor there.
It's not that I hate the matchup. I just hate. It's not that I hate the matchup. I just hate Genshin Impact as a whole. But that's just like my bias.
Yeah. Oh well. At least we won't have to worry about Aang going against his pacifist rules because he is fucking dying against the Hoyo character.
Can't betray a pacifist character if they don't win.
Batman.
How to not betray the pacifist? Shoot them in the face.
Oh well.
Let's get a move on.
Yeah. So last note, I just want to say Ed versus Joseph. I'll be blunt. The main reason I said I wanted them to do that is because I love Joseph, and I want young Joseph on the show. I want that banter potential in my life. I want to have I wanted to have a line of something like, the next thing you're gonna say is, at least I'm not as short as you. Well, at least I'm not as short as you. Oh!
I'm more of a Joseph versus Johnny Cage guy myself.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Joseph is easily like my favorite JoJo. So like, if any excuse to get him on Death Battle is worthy, it's worth it.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Well then, Flip.
Joseph's got a solid matchup spread.
I will say I am mildly mad because I had such a good segue with them talking about Kill or Be Killed when talking about my dibs.
Oh. Well, yeah.
Yep.
So, we yapped a bit too much, but now it's time to talk about the ultimate yapper.
Can I do one of the? Can I do dibs for one of the characters that didn't make it on?
Well, okay.
Since the others got one.
Well, with these were special cases because they had called dibs on them before the things were. So,
yes.
Don't. We'll give you guys priority though.
Okay, because there is one that I'm willing to fight for, but I'll hold off on this.
Yeah.
Would you say you're determined to fight for them, Flip?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so, for those of you that are subscribed to my channel, if you're not, I understand, I already made a propaganda video for Flowey, in which I did not shy away from the fact that he is just a complete psychological manipulator. He's a monster, he's a killer, and that is exactly why he should be on a death battle before any of these other people. Well, most of these other people. Because they are good people. They are likable people. They are people you don't want to see die. Hence, why you send in a killer, somebody who's experienced with it, somebody who has no real attachments, and somebody who you wouldn't mind seeing die. And, like, I mean, honestly, he's just got the fourth wall breaking that would be involved, the psychological manipulation, the time twisting, just...
Flowey would be a trip and a half on this show.
I was gonna say,
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if y'all
about Flowey versus Princess and how much of a trip that would be.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah.
And we'll get into Flowey's matchup spread a little bit later.
Well, I was also gonna mention, I don't know if you guys saw, but it was Undertale's 10th anniversary recently, and they had a big live stream celebrating it. When they got to the part where they fought Omega Flowey was literally messing with the stream itself.
That's crazy.
Nice.
Do you think that will be considered a feat? Do you think that will be considered a feat?
It might be.
They had a whole pacifist Sans fight. Add that to the feats for him.
Well, okay, so there you go. Because one of the things we talked about in that Flowey Trash Picks talk was if Flowey or Sans should be the first Undertale rep. And some of you guys argued that Flowey would make more sense because you're able to talk about all of the paths like right away with Undertale.
Exactly. Let's talk about the pacifist, the genocide, and the neutral route.
Yeah, so honestly, now that Flowey made it onto the island before Sans, that problem is sort of solved. Flowey's able to serve a Sauron function for this franchise.
Yeah.
That's actually a nice way to view it. Yeah, he's like the Sauron of Undertale.
I say that unironically because Sauron would not be. I don't think Sauron would be a lot of people's first pick necessarily for like the debut Lord of the Rings character. But when you see the actual analysis segment, it clicks. It makes so much sense to start with the guy who started all of the lore.
Primary antagonist and the source of everything is usually the best way to go over to like fully explain the story and themes and lore of a certain game or series in general.
Yeah, the Soul Leader on Death Battle almost did that. But we don't talk about that episode.
It almost did that, but it did it very badly.
The vision was there, not the execution necessarily.
Yeah.
It was there, it just done very poorly.
But so with Flowey, there's that chance to do that. And like I said before, Flowey is, to me, if you're going to give any Undertale character a voice actor, you got to at least give one to Flowey, because he does have a canonical voice, and there's just so many lines that I would love to hear, like the venom in that voice actor's delivery.
And any opportunity to have me voice a character is always one I'm willing to take.
Or I guess Flowey... yeah, does Flowey have a canonical laugh like...
Yeah, he had a laugh.
It's the Nightmare Fuel one from Omega Flowey.
Yeah.
It's the Omega Flowey one where it's like...
I'll tell you what really sold me on Flowey being on Death Battle, and this is a recent development that happened after Trash Picks Talk. Flowey versus Monica, Gaming Plush 64 rap battle. That was so cool. And the way that he incorporated Flowey's Omega rule and like the way he messes with the rap. I watched that in a live stream. So I was tricked. I was straight up fooled by that episode and Flowey's fourth wall breaking shenanigans. And the way he absolutely schooled and demolished Monica by the end of it, I was like, oh my god, yeah, thank you.
That was so good.
That is so satisfying.
Why I really don't want that as the actual death battle.
Yeah, just like let it exist in that rap battle because it does everything. Like that's as canonically as it would happen.
True.
So yeah, Flowey. I'm very glad that he made it on. I think he'll make it pretty far. I think he'll make it pretty far.
I mean, he got on the island before I made the propaganda, so I'm happy.
Very nice.
I'm not gonna make any predictions for like the winner right now of the whole thing because like it really could go anywhere. But I do think
it really depends.
I really do think Flowey will make it quite far.
He's gonna make it far, I feel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And now moving on from there, let's move on to Dangerman.
Yes. Now my pick is the ultimate Star Warrior himself, Meta Knight.
Woohoo!
Now, I have a special history with this one in particular because this is a character that I actually submitted into the ballot, and I was really gunning for him to get onto the island. And lo and behold, not only did he get onto the 32 characters, he's now into the top 16.
I do want to quickly explain before Dangerman continues. Before we come up with the idea of all of us getting dibs, we were talking about these characters. We all went, yeah, Dangerman's going to talk about Meta Knight. We know that for a fact. Like, none of us are going to take Meta Knight from you.
Hashtag Dangerman privilege.
I have the privilege.
Danger Knight.
If you take Meta Knight from me, you'll be in danger, man.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we got another man joke.
Yeah. But yeah, basically, I really would love to see him on Death Battle finally because it still kind of just feels surreal that he hasn't gotten an episode yet. I mean, literally,
seriously.
We've only gotten Kirby and DDD and no one else from Kirby.
2 for 2.
It feels like Meta Knight would be like so suited for Death Battle. I mean, just his awesome design, his cool backstory that could go into like almost all the major lore of Kirby. And just all the major matchups that he has that are all like either they bring in new series or they bring something new to the table from certain franchises, or it's a returner.
God,
I love
a modern
Meta Knight's
Kirby.
story.
A modern Kirby analysis would go so hard.
I remember I used to watch Kirby Right Back at You, and when I watched Meta Knight's like origin story, I loved it. Like him being like the last Star Warrior, and then using his like experience and knowledge to pass on Kirby. That's what made him one of my favorite characters in the Kirby series.
Yep.
Yeah, he's my second favorite character, right behind the pink puffball himself.
Yeah.
He's my favorite Kirby character.
Meta Knight's so fucking cool. I really hope when he does get an episode, they give him the Spanish accent.
Yeah, make him sound like Puss in Boots.
It's either going with that or the just like how he sounds in Smash, which is like
I don't know how much flack I'm gonna get for that, but I do not like his Smash Brothers English voice at all.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I think the Spanish accent
generic and poorly directed.
The Spanish accent gives him more personality, in my opinion.
Can I just say, as a hot take, I'm more of a Magalore guy myself.
Ooh.
That's fair.
That is fair.
Magalore's neat.
I'm a bandana
he's
WLD
one
guy.
of the very few characters, aside from DDD, obviously, who had an actual character arc.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is fair. Yeah. The
Yeah,
Magalore definitely climbed the ranks, especially.
I don't know if you guys
have
been following like recent Kirby releases, but the recent release of Kirby Return to Dreamland had an entire epilogue of like Magalore, basically like after he lost.
That epilogue was so good.
Yeah, after he lost his powers at the end of Return to Dreamland, and like how he's going to
atone essentially.
Atone, basically,
Yeah.
Then he starts selling microtransactions for another Kirby game.
Yeah, back to being evil. I see. Oh, well, and knowing Death Battle with the way how in tune they are into memes, I'm fully expecting them to make a hot dog taco hamburger reference in the analysis segment.
Of course.
Oh boy.
It's like Wiz, we just keep using the same 3 Kirby characters over and over again. Hot dog, taco, hamburger, Kirby, DDD, Meta Knight.
I mean, I would also just love it. Like, I don't care if I don't know if they would do it in like the animation or just the analysis, but you gotta mention Brawl Meta Knight. Have him do something.
Yeah.
Having
Maybe
have one of his maybe have like in his like description, like say is cheap as hell in Brawl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Know my power.
Know my power.
Well, I would also just love it if, like, in the fight, he just did, like, what was it, like, he can do, like, 10 up airs. like,
Oh
my gosh, yes!
Up airs, like, it's flying under
Have
the
that be the
stage.
combo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mennonite had a garden recently, and some cats got in it and like fucked the whole thing up. And he said, "Know my flowers."
Oh, by the way, Carrick, since we brought up Brawl Meta Knight, whenever you get to like Meta Knight's episode in like your season ranking, whenever that comes up, you will actually be the greatest human being on the planet if you use the Meta Knight the best as your transition clip.
What's that
it's a
from?
Brawl meme.
Oh,
it's like
it?
a Brawl meme that's like parodying like a Drake like a Drake song or something where it's like Drake by like you the fucking best, but instead it's like Meta Knight the best, and it's just like a parody song on how Meta Knight mains are pissing off every single other character main. It's glorious.
I would consider that or with Terminal Montage before he did this like recent stuff with like his parodies of all the video games. He did like Nintendo like pun shorts, and I might use the audio of King DDD being like, "Hey Kirby, have you ever met a knight?" And then Kirby just like looks at the camera like really disgusted.
Why not do both?
I'm blanking.
DDD called him a borb.
Borb. I'm blanking on the videos. Like what? Something about. Okay, it's the something about franchise is what he's known for now. I almost said so. This is basically that's not Terminal Montage. That's somebody else.
Ew, we don't talk about him. No.
Let's talk about something else. If I think we're ready to move on from Meta Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless anyone else has anything else to say.
Nope.
Huntimis, you got something to say. Tell us about your character.
Yes, I'm here as probably the only person in this group that actually wanted this character to go far. William Afton, aka the Springtrap.
Going for aura farming, I see.
I just want to say, Springtrap's either getting eliminated first or he's winning. There's no.
Yeah.
He got the golden heart,
Yeah.
so you mean eliminated second.
Say, as a propagator of the evil scientist alliance thing, I do have a soft spot for him.
No, like,
There's
listen,
only two
I have
ways
nothing
that
against
this is gonna
Springtrap
happen.
as a character. I want
me
to make that
neither.
clear. But
Yeah,
I felt kind of bad for him that he was getting dunked on with those broken hearts.
Oh yeah, dude. He got almost half of his hearts gone, and then just went back to like 100.
I blame them. They made him infamous.
So he'll be a very interesting character to pay attention to, like how they do in the competition.
Or yeah, how far he goes.
Yeah. There's two things I could see happening. One, Springtrap always coming back, or two, him never coming back.
Oh my God!
That's
You know they're gonna do a thing where somebody gets eliminated. And it's like you guys can vote on a character to like bring back, and then Springtrap gets voted on, and so everybody will make I'm always come back.
Oh my God!
Imagine. Oh boy.
But yeah. But anyways, yeah. Just brief. I really like Springtrap's design. He's just such a cool character too, and he's also just like. He's part of a franchise that just people have been wanting to see on Death Battle for so long. Five Nights at Freddy's, to be specifically.
Yeah, I think Springtrap is he's one of the only characters in that franchise that I think needs to be on Death Battle, because we talked about that before. Most of the other animatronics don't really have much going for them in terms of fight dynamic and everything.
It's like we talked about with Flowey. This is the main villain. This is the sword.
Yeah.
So. Springtrap is kind of the perfect character to have on the show because like he's a very interesting character to analyze, like the transformation of William Afton and how all of the lore like circulates around him. So it's gotta be Springtrap.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And also all the really weird like hacks and complexities that were added in with the FNAF novels. Like I was talking with somebody yesterday about like what Springtrap can do in Versus. He has like some of the dumbest things I've ever seen for like what's supposed to be just like your run-of-the-mill like slasher that's just wearing an animatronic like skeleton. Like he has like
I have heard that,
wacky ass like soul manipulation and such. Like I don't get it. I don't get it.
They gotta have mercy on whoever has to research FNAF like lore, mainly the book.
Technology too.
Godspeed.
Well,
Don't worry, they'll just get Mad Pat.
But like, yeah, luckily, they're equipped for it. I mean, fucking, we just saw the Buffy preview. They had to go through 128 novels for that character.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
Thankfully,
even.
FNAF
I
has-
can't even count that high. Sesame Street only went up to 10.
Yeah, thankfully, the FNAF has significantly less novels than yeah.
This will
Can't
be,
say about the games though.
This will be Matthew Lillard's way of getting on the show before Shaggy.
Yeah, well, it'd be so funny if like there was at least some form of like a game theory reference in a Springtrap episode.
Get Matt Pat as a cameo.
Yes.
Get Matt Pat to voice Springtrap.
If they bring Apple, I want him to be British.
Well, have it sound like Dead by Daylight Springtrap. Because I think it's a cool sounding voice.
Dead by Daylight also had Matthew Lillard.
True.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. I like that the way he sounds like bittersweet, but fitting.
That one was perfect.
Yeah, that's the.
Can I say I also like the Matthew Lillard Springtrap being a fanboy for Nicolas Cage.
Oh yeah.
That's based.
Well, because I remember Matthew Lillard saying that he didn't want to voice Springtrap in that game at first because he wanted to play him in live action before voicing him in anything. Like he thought that would make more sense.
That's fair.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Springtrap to me, I don't mind if he wins and stuff. If it's up to me, honestly, I'm just heavily interested to see how far he'll get. And in fact, I won't be bothered if he wins. I just want to see how the community will react.
It'll be chaos.
I'm just sitting back there. I'm just gonna be sitting back there like some men don't want to cause trouble. Some men wants to watch the world burn.
Some men just want to watch
like if he wins, pretty much every single one of his matchups are gonna cause chaos regardless of who gets picked.
I know it's completely non-canon, but Indy Cross has shown he can be cool in a fight.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, definitely, exactly.
Yeah.
I got nothing
put another Moro episode on the list.
Honestly.
Whenever a Moro animation drops, what can I say? I always come. Moving on to Zeo's episode.
What? What?
What the hell?
Oh, good God.
Moving on to Zeo's episode. Who did you pick?
I chose New York's famous wall crawler, Peter Parker, the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yippee!
Yeah.
Yes,
Before we talk about Spider-Man.
Oh God! Don't say one more day.
Sorry. What were you saying, Flip?
It still blows my mind that Peter Parker has only had one episode.
Yeah, it is.
Which was 13 years ago.
Yeah, Miles has more episodes than him as of now.
Yep. That's kind of insane.
Before we get into Spider-Man specifically, personal thing that happened to me when I visited Chicago. My mom and I went to the art museum as well, the Museum of Science and Industry, and they have the Spider-Man exhibit there. And I did some research, and I'm pretty sure I would have actually made my mom so angry if I made her go into that thing with me, because it's a $20 add-on, and it's just a gallery of like Spider-Man comics. She would have hated it so much. I probably would have hated it too. $20 for that? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, that's
on top of the $50 we had to pay to get into the museum.
Oh no.
Yeah. But nothing against Spider-Man himself. I would love to see him come back on the show. And of all the characters on here, he might have the widest like matchup pool of anyone.
Yeah, he has like the widest variety of matchups out of everyone. Because not only he's been off the show for like 13 years, but a lot's happened between that time. Like literally him evolving through comics, movies, and all that. But just don't forget, he's one of the biggest faces of Marvel Comics, and like. Everyone would be down for Peter Parker coming back.
He's one of the biggest faces of like icons in general.
He's like the whole like thought experiment, like, oh, who's the Mountain Rushmore of superheroes? Yeah, Spider-Man is easily on there. He's the face of he's like one of the biggest faces of comics in general.
Oh, for sure.
Like aside from Meta Knight, he's the one I'm most rooting to win, actually.
Yeah, he probably overtakes Pac-Man in like iconography, if we're being honest.
Oh,
yeah,
definitely.
If I'm being like heavily honest, how far we get, I think he'll get top 3 if you ask me. Like I think
I hope so.
I think he'll get top 3, hopefully.
I think he'll get far.
See,
I'm
I'm rooting for Peter. I think he deserves a run back.
Yeah,
I think the problem with Peter only stems from the fact of like he has a wide matchup spread, but I think that is also kind of working to his disadvantage because that comes to the question of like if who do we pick if he wins? Because there's a run back with Batman, like a rematch with Batman that's like been floating around a while. There's Miraculous Ladybug. There's the Blue Ranger.
We'll get into those. We'll get into those later, like more in depth.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying like that might be like his like biggest thing that's like working against him.
It is very tough, and like I'm very glad that it's not up to me who Spider-Man would have to fight. It's up to everyone.
Yeah, because like if they do bring Peter back, I want them to focus on his more like tech-based type of style as Spider-Man, and just talk about how much of a genius he is in the Marvel universe.
It would be a good way to differentiate him from the other Spider People episodes we've had in the interim.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cause like Peter is like defined as like a really smart kid. Like, and like depending on like what stories you're reading, he's just outright a scientist.
Yeah.
Because
one of my favorite parts of the PS4 game is the way you're able to like make combos with the gadgets and use them in creative ways of like weapon people up.
Yes,
I do.
And the whole like partnership with Otto.
Yeah, they go a long way in like showing how like far his intelligence goes that we don't always see explored in most media.
Yeah, I want them because like while Peter is definitely like often portrayed as not being up there with like the big brains of Marvel, like Tony, Reed, Bruce, etc. He's still like very smart in his own way, and like that's like a part of his like part of like why people love him. The fact that like he's just like like he's like the embodiment of like the lower class, the embodiment of like someone who like just like he comes from like he has a rough upbringing, and yet despite that he proves that like he can still be he's like the best of the best. He's one of the best heroes.
Yeah, I've always seen him as like a much more like scrappy type of smart compared to the other like big brains of the universe.
Keep in mind, like Peter has been through so much shit in Marvel. Like he lost his parents, his uncle, then Aunt May. His girlfriend got taken from that bitch ass Paul, and yet even after that, he still rises to the occasion as Spider-Man. He still keeps going.
Yeah, he still keeps getting back up.
And before he has the exact same ending to his analysis as Wile E. Coyote.
Oh my gosh!
It'll never be all, folks.
Feats are just based around how dirty he's been done in each of the comics.
Yeah, and how much the authors all hate him.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, I would just hope that like a Spidey analysis just stays clear of stuff like One More Day or something like that, like just like the really bad Spidey runs, because Spidey has had it rough.
Can somebody make a One More Day parody of that comic, but like singing it in the style of the Just One Day from Wicked? One more day.
Oh my God! No way.
I came up with that on the spot, by the way. I'm proud of myself.
I know, and I get it immediately. That's funny.
I was thinking you meant the song from Les Mis.
No, I haven't. I don't know the songs of that musical well enough.
Another day, another destiny.
That could work too.
Spider-Man Spider-Man versus Javert. Track name is just one more day.
Get John Mulaney on it.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So
John Mulaney in a lobster costume.
Anyway, Steve, you were saying?
Oh, what was I saying?
I don't remember.
No clue.
Well, I know what I was gonna say. Because I know that the Andrew Garfield movies get a lot of flack, but one thing I do give those movies a lot of credit for, especially for the first film, is that he feels like a mad scientist in a lot of those sequences. With like there are multiple montages of him having like sleepless nights, like going like tinkering with shit. One of my favorite bits is him like throwing an empty ramen box into a trash can filled with other like junk food in it, like to show like how he's just been going nonstop. Like I like that version of Peter a lot, and I hope they cover that.
I won't say No Way Home redeemed Garfield's Peter, but it showed how good he was.
It made a lot of people want them to go back to Garfield Spider-Man, but in the back of my mind, I was like, no, you guys don't understand. If we go back to Garfield Spider-Man, it's not gonna be written by the same people. It's gonna suck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I remember what I was going to say. I still stand by the fact that there should be a rant about Paul just slowly zooming in on Paul's face as Boomstick's going ham.
At least they'll be able to end on it with MJ having broken up with Paul, so Boomstick could be like, haha, take that, bitch.
Yes, and now MJ's with Venom. What the fuck?
Talk about a crack ship.
Literally, like the current state of
I think
fighting
line
comics.
literally was you two deserve each other.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about MJ and Venom.
Yeah.
At least he has...
Oh yeah, no, I was on the comic.
That panel was hard. That panel was raw too.
Wait, who said you deserve each other? Was that Peter?
Peter to MJ.
Peter did to MJ and Venom.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming to also Eddie as well.
Well, no, Eddie wasn't there.
Oh.
It was the symbiote.
So wow, so she is dating. She is dating a symbiote.
Yeah, Eddie's still up in space as the King in Black because Noel's gone.
So wait, who's Venom possessing right now?
MJ.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
It's crazy. Like early on, MJ had like such like trauma like dealing with the symbiote itself, but now you have not just that, but also Insomniac Spider-Man 2 just making her screech. And like, don't get me, and like, I think in the context of Spider-Man 2, that was like actually a really cool moment. Cool, but like, in the overarching theme of like MJ just like being shoved into symbiote stories where she bonds with a symbiote, it's like, it's just really weird.
That is very
Well, hey, at least Peter still has Black Cat.
No.
Yeah.
They're not.
Wait, what?
Pretty sure they broke up in the comics.
Peter still has...
I just think about that one Solid JJ video that happened recently where it's like it's a real will they won't they, then Black Cat just jumps out the window and dies. It's like, oh my god, she's just a normal person, why'd she do that?
Bro.
It's like you think she's gonna like jump out, like land on a building or something, but no. Okay, so we've reached a bit of a crossroads. We are an hour into the recording. Okay. Do you guys want to end it here and like continue in another episode, or do you want to keep going?
I'm fine with either or.
I'm fine with either or.
Okay, well, tell you what. We'll call this one our dibs episode. Our favorite characters in it, and so our favorite characters. Really get that search optimization going, and we'll come back to you guys next week with how we feel about the rest of the cast and who we're going to be putting in our fantasy picks, because we have a little bit of time before the actual competition starts. The moderators are like getting things in order for us, so we will be taking full advantage of that, and we will see you all on the next episode. Take care.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.